Hello and welcome to this very special episode of E-Inspiration on India Today. And I've got Captain Fantastic, Leader Fantastic, perhaps our greatest footballer of all time, Sunil Chhetri, captain of the Indian team, captain of the Bengaluru FC team, but more importantly, a true inspiration and an embodiment of light for Indian football. Sunil, thank you very much for joining me. The transition from cricket to football, the transition from Saurav to you, the transition from Virat to you taking center stage. First thoughts on ISL in a bio bubble, and you are back on the park again very shortly in about some days from now.
I think my first thought, Boria, is that I'm really grateful. Times where lots of people have lost their livelihood, a lot of them do not know what they're going to do. A few of my friends are wondering as to what the next step in life is going to be, and here I am, keeping my job, allowed to train, going to be allowed to participate in a tournament. We are very fortunate. Having said that, once we have entered the bio bubble, it's been 3 weeks, and I must say a few of us are struggling. But I always keep reminding myself and others that it's a blessing that we can train. It's a blessing that we can play a tournament in these times. So whatever difficulties come along, just bear because the fruits and the dividends are quite outstanding. So yes, the bio bubble is difficult. Yes, there are a few things which weren't normal and we have to adhere by it. But at the end of the day, when the tournament starts, everything's going to be cool.
Sunil, when you say the bio bubble is difficult, can you please give me and my viewers a sneak peek? I mean, because we talk so much about mental health, but you are actually in there. What are the issues? What are you struggling with? How do you overcome that? And again, you as leader, if you are struggling, then what about some of the others who are not as experienced or as mentally strong? If you give me a real understanding of the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble is difficult because your movements are very restricted. I'll give you a small example. We just had our lunch. Everyone stays in one floor, the whole team, right from our drivers to our ball boys, everyone stays in one floor. The place where we eat is in the same floor. The people who are serving us stay with us in the same floor. And while we leave our room, we got to wear our mask and go to the dining table. Even there, we cannot sit collectively. There has to be social distancing. And then when you come back, the only place you go out is training in the same bus to a same place. And even there, you have to make sure that you don't venture out here and there from the ground that we train in. 1 day, 2 days, it's all right, it's fun. But to do it every day and to be mindful of what you're touching, where you're going is not easy. A lot of young ones are probably struggling a little bit more. If you ask me, till now I'm calm. I knew how it's going to be. I'm someone who generally now in this stage of my career, I don't like going out too much. So I'm all right. I know after hearing this, the young boys are going to kill me. But I must admit that it's not easy. Again, I keep reminding myself and the whole team that what we are going to get is something huge. So just make sure that you stay calm, but it is not easy.
Absolutely correct, Sunil. I mean, I can imagine what you just said. We are operating from our studio for this particular interview. The only show that I come to the studio for is inspiration. And I know the kind of things you are saying, but at least I can be at home for the rest of the time. Tough times, but again, you will be able to bring smiles on billions of faces, Sunil. I mean, the ISL, when the whole country will watch Sunil Chhetri step out for Bengaluru FC against maybe an ATK Mohun Bagan for the first time or an SC East Bengal. I mean, it will be incredible for Indian football. So thoughts on ISL this year, bigger and better with these two new teams, and how are you looking at it?
To answer to your first question, Boria, I think 3 months back when Schalke and Borussia played a game, one of the first games which is allowed inside closed doors. As an Orthodox fan, I thought it wouldn't be great. But because I was watching it live on telly, I was so happy and enjoyed those 90 minutes. I know it is not the ideal situation for fans, but live sports is probably the best thing in the world. So I enjoyed it so much as a fan. And then I realized that, yes, sports person have so much of power when they go and compete and give live sports to people who are sitting at the home and give them hope and give them something to enjoy. And that's the answer for the first question. And the second one, indeed, when you join Mohun Bagan and East Bengal into any mixture in Indian football, the result is outstanding. It had to happen. the two biggest names in our country for over 100 years had to be there, had to be in the tournament where all the top Indian players play. So I'm really happy for them. I think each and every one in the country is happy that both of them are going to participate. And yeah, I mean, they are most welcome. I welcome them, except for the match against us.